enemy team nearing victory. Defeat.
Hey everybody, we are back at the Halo World Championship, and well, I do want to let everyone know that I'm going to be rolling solo right now. It's going to be Sentinels going up against ITB, and well, we're talking about ITB earlier and the success that they have managed to gain, so massive, massive opportunity for them here. Sentinels as well, both teams certainly do not want to be put in a position here to have an early exit from the Halo World Championship, and I haven't done a solo cast in a while, so I'm actually having fun, Aries. You know, it's gonna be pretty good. Should probably put up chat, see if people are like yelling at me or something. All right, well, let's go ahead and get the lay of the land here, shall we, and see what we should be expecting, because with Precision getting this control up top of the overlook spot here, it's kind of pinning down the boys on ITB inside of Trams. Got to make some moves happen here. Oh, wait a minute, massive, massive play coming through, and actually, this was just shutting down. One player down low toward the B steps now. Falcated can't seem to go toe-to-toe there in that situation. Ends up losing his life in that one. Bubu does identify that player that Falcated ran into. Never mind, actually. Dubu end up getting clipped there. I want to say it was from zMightys. He's already sitting with 4 kills currently. Most in the lobby. 6-6 tied here. Where, of course, if you are a Sentinels fan, this is a very, very difficult position to see them in here. But you know, the talent on this lineup, there's certainly going to be opportunities for them to find themselves in Seattle and make a deep run. Both of these teams certainly capable of it. Veterans across the board now. WuTum pushing in, trying to see if he can get a little gully with that one. Wanted to get the double kill, but ends up not securing it. A trade coming through here, and we're back 10-9, excuse me, 1 kill separating. Now, as we see where Sentinels are posting up here and what's going to be coming up, playing for that camo, right? And putting some eyes on it. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of that, over toward ATM, you got WuTum, who might want to try and go for this one, but instead it's going to be LethuL ends up meeting him there. Well played. And LethuL ends up getting the camo, and look who decides to join me now.
What's going on over here?
Unbelievable. David Mary Beth Walsh is here to commentate some Halo, people. It's his real middle name, by the way. Fun fact.
I'm sorry you all had to endure that. A one-side conversation like everyone at this point has with Golden Boy.
Hey, you know what? I am a cornucopia of knowledge, all right? And I will have you know, sir.
You're getting 0 vitamins or minerals from that cornucopia. You're getting absolutely nothing. Nothing of nutritional or intellectual value.
All right, let's see. I am going to pull up chat here and see people mad at me, so let's go ahead and do this.
Oh, I don't want to look at chat.
Yeah, why not, dude? I don't give a crap. I'm 36. You think I care? You're 40. Why do you care? Dang it. All right. Well, hello, everyone. So we're back in this one. And overall, though, man, this has been a very close game, Dave. Back and forth, 17-17, as you can see here. But since the beginning, it has been 1 kill, tied game the entire time.
And what was map number 1? Do you remember?
Did we miss? We missed map 1 too. Yeah, we were in the middle of that series. What was map 1 again? Sorry. We're drawing a blank. All right, it's all good. I'll find it.
We'll figure out what map 1 was after this. But obviously, Sentinels coming off to the strong start here, and both these teams having to kind of rally back right after a little bit of momentum. You know, winning a series before this, but they are knocking out squads early here at HWC.
Yeah, man. This is
Two of these teams going to take 7/8.
It's frustrated, sad.
You want round 2.
Want to see these guys keep going, man. But you know, you got winners and losers. You know what I mean? Name the game in the tournament. You gotta fess up. You gotta not fess up, rather, but you gotta put up or shut up in those moments where it counts the most. So
there's
far,
3 down there for Sentinels. This could be the opportunity for ITB to make something happen. They seem to have a spot where these spawns are happening, and looks like Cafe/Neon Side and WuTum kind of asking for a big fight there.
Oh,
doesn't have the
rough
backup that he was expecting or needed there. A couple players over at that tire gen just not able to get cleaned up, and somehow LethuL across map also picks off Jimbo. So what I felt like was a situation that ITB should have been able to roll in a few more kills. Turns out to be 2 or 3 kills in the favor of Sentinels.
Yeah, and some good movement around the map. You know, just putting themselves in positions where they will catch ITB off guard, which is what LethuL had done there in that exchange just a second ago. 6 kills now, and you're starting to see the separation begin to build for Sentinels. And ITB, where do they identify, you know, the weaknesses? How do they, you know, crack the egg, so to speak, of Sentinels, and how they've been able to peel away a little bit more with this lead here, because it had been a very, very neck and neck the entire time, but a few good round of slays that Sentinels managed to gain, and that was pretty much all it was, right? And ITB now, where are the gaps? Where are the openings that they could take advantage of, right?
And Precision, seeing opening himself, gets taken out instantly though. I don't even think he got a melee there, so that's unfortunate there for Precision. Not an effective push, but he saw his opening and decided to take it. Figured he could flank through ATM, but these players, they're on another level. They just realized, all right, we've been watching here towards tires or ATM a little bit. Maybe look back towards that angle.
WuTum was not ready for that one at all. Good aggression that we're starting to see from Sentinels. They want to lock this one up as soon as they possibly can, right? Get that map 2 victory and just send the European team home. But of course, for ITB and the talent on this lineup, there is definitely going to be a fighting chance here for them. Want to see TchiK maybe a little bit more output on his end there, but you know, if anything, WuTum and zMightys, they've been putting in some good work thus far. And you got yourself another camo up for grabs here. Sentinels, and I mean, no one's really been able to get firm control with this. I think we have one good camo grab, and that was really it.
And look at that brilliant play by Precision. Realizing he cannot grab that camo, not in position for it, and so decides to flank on through B stairs and re-enter the fight from tires and gets that back smack. Many other less experienced players would just go straight for that camo, grab it, die, drop it out in front over at Palms, but there's just like such a heads-up play for trusting teammates, for knowing that they can follow up and grab that camo after, but then, like I said, repositioning and re-entering the camo fight, not just making it a one-and-done thing.
Yeah, giving yourself a different position that can maybe, you know, play a factor in your success. Giving yourself the, you know, whether it's having your teammates there for your coverage, or even just, you know, the small plays where you can identify where you can move around the map and take advantage of the player maybe looking to just regenerate his shields back, you know, playing a little bit more passive, you know. And if anything, ITB has kind of just been stuck with no real opportunities to be able to try and make pushes happen effectively. Jimbo's going to be in no man's land, and TchiK is going to be the last one to die. And I mean, that was basically as, you know, as good as it gets for Sentinels. A 50-36 win. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better way for this game to happen for the boys in red.
Yeah, Sentinels looking fantastic here in their elimination bracket run so far. This could be a second win, a second quick win for them. We'll have to see if they're able to close this one out, but that'll be it from me and GB, and we'll be back for game number 3 in just a little bit.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Halo World Championship 2024 B stream. We got Into the Breach versus Sentinels. Sentinels up 2-0 right now. Golden Boy and Walshy back on the call. You just saw the action unfold between FaZe Clan and SSG. You can catch all that action over at twitch.tv/Halo.
But right here, our eyes are on Sentinels. 1 kill apiece here going into this game number 3 with camo in the hands of Precision. I would like to actually see him jump on this hill with camo. I feel like there's a lot of times where camo can be more effective to run around and get slays. Here's a time where I think camo can be very effective in the hill. Most times we've been seeing camos really be effective for one push, and if you don't know where you're pushing right away to get that fight, which he already got that kill over Needler side, might as well scrap up some time. I mean, this hill, Battery Hill, it's just going to be one of those times where it's a little bit of back and forth. You're going to get a couple round slays, grab a little bit of time. A couple round slays, grab a little bit of time. So I feel like right there, they got a couple slays, scoop up that time.
Dubu, though, looking to scoop up some headshots here, but he hasn't really been able to locate them. That being said, he's still been tagging, and it's been slowing down the pushes for ITB, so that has allowed Sentinels to at least fight from a comfortable position. But just as I say that, though, you see 2 members of Sentinels go down. So this is going to put Dubu in a precarious spot here to have to win this one out. Ends up getting a trade for his efforts. That's basically it. And now you can see how ITB are looking to bring this one back over, flip it to the other side, and get that control of the hill, just like they're doing right now with Jimbo.
All right, Jimbo and ITB. Let's see how they answer back here. We saw a decent amount of Sentinels control up until this moment. So here's the first chance where we get ITB with control. And then also it's interesting the level of pressure that they're just pushing over at control. But somehow all 3 fall down. They lose the battle at control, they lose the battle at batteries, and Sentinels back in the hill.
That all happened in a moment. Like, it just
it's tough.
So
it's
fast.
Just how it goes sometimes. Like oh, we lost our fight on this side and we lose the fight here. And then other times you also have the opposite where you win both fights, or a mix where you lose one fight on one side, win the fight on the other. But right there, not going in the favor of ITB. Once again, this first hill is going to be captured by Sentinels. I don't think ITB are in any position to challenge this from plat.
And you can even see the way that they're positioning themselves right now too, right? They have conceded that one. So 1 point goes to Sentinels here. ITB far from out of this one. Granted, this was a tough one that last hill was tough to watch because ITB, big battle that they won, possession of the hill, it looked like things were going to start to cook for them, and then just a wipe, just 3 players down, and then the last one just got scooped up, and before you know it, that was it, right? So I think if anything, ITB, they need to be very, very mindful of that.
Yeah, but also insanely efficient here from ITB on the second hill. Look at this, they're already about 70% completed with it. They've just, the entire time when they've been slaying Sentinels, they've been sitting in the hill. And Sentinels basically have to get 2 full rounds of wipes plus hill time in order to somehow bring this back. So here's the first wipe.
For wipe.
Let's see how much time they give this one.
Well,
I mean, they'll get about like 30% uncontested, but you know ITB are going to first worry about position. They realize they just have to do 1 good push and 1 good break.
Yeah, and also too, like for Sentinels, and while that was excellent progress we were seeing, we're also seeing, right, how tough it is to kind of cross that midpoint of the map and make your way over here. That was
here comes the second wipe. We talked about them needing 2 wipes.
Yeah. And they're looking like they're setting this up nicely. Here comes this push, though. Should be happening any minute now because they know that it's been a little too quiet for a little too long.
I like
Gotta
this play
these
from
guys.
Precision, though. I like this play from Precision. This hill's not going to be decided by Precision waiting in those last 10 seconds. It's going to be decided by these next kills. So he jumps in, he engages his fight over at back Hydro. Falcated cleans up the last one. And here's hill number 2 going for Sentinels. This is dangerous here for ITB. A hill that they had 70% completed. Felt like they over-panicked. They weren't on the same page as they spawned that last one. They had somebody charging over towards glass, fighting there. They had somebody over towards batteries or batlets shooting hill without anybody in a real position to actually finish off hill.
Yeah.
So it just felt like a disjointed effort.
Yeah, and disjointed, I think, is definitely the word of the day when it comes to what we've been seeing for ITB in this particular map. For sure. Maybe they can find themselves here, but you know, with the way the Sentinels are playing, it's going to be very, very difficult to do so here. Granted, ITB has the capability to be able to do this here, but dubu, the moment that this guy starts to really begin to feel himself, it is very problematic for everyone else. So ITB have a lot of things that they need to worry about on top of the objective that they have just struggled to be able to control.
Yeah, and just once again stuck on 1 position on the map. I guess they have that spot of glass, but they really need to get over towards pipes or elevators to actually be able to contest here over at Needler. I mean, even when they get control, it's like only if somebody's on the Needler itself, they can't really get an angle. And okay, last one alive on the map. Gonna cap this for his team.
That's a great one.
Who's gonna, all right, at least ITB get the better spawns, but already shot off spawn. So Jimbo, 1 shot, can't do anything long haul. Looks like Precision gets the finish. Sentinels are not slowing down here.
No,
and
not
this
at all.
is just slowly falling out of their grasp. This is so dangerous. And Sentinels, sure, they can slay a bit, but with how fast and how good they've been on the objective, they want to go for this 4th and final hill. They are not going to slay for 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
And I think they know that they have it to do this, right? Like they have the current, you know, momentum, right? The feel, like they know, like they don't have to play the time. They don't have to get tricky with it. They can beat them down and win by points.
Yes, and the difference here is you're not going to see Sentinels jump in a very neutral situation or where they're down, but when they have the advantage and the positional advantage, they will jump in just to, you know, put that timer against ITB. And just like that, LethuL's gonna grab this next camo. Bubu still racking up that time. They have to make a quick push, and there goes 2 down. And I gotta say, that might be game right there with that double kill. I don't really see how they're gonna stop it. Their TchiK tries to desperately get Bubu out. LethuL letting them know that they're sending him home, and devastating 3-0 in that series with a commanding 4-0 there in King of the Hill on recharge. So Sentinels looking scary here on Saturday.
Yeah, devastating if you are, you know, an EU Halo fan, but if you are a Sentinels fan, and I know there are a lot of them, you are ecstatic with how this is planned out for Sentinels. They have done an excellent job in this series, shutting down ITB, a team that honestly came into this event with a lot of momentum. We were hyping them up big time, but unfortunately, that's going to be the run for ITB.
Commiserations to them, as Sims would say.
Yeah.
So, but ITB, they're going to go back to the drawing board, figure out what they're doing for next season and how they're going to be mixing up rosters. But that's the worst. You got a full day and a half left to watch of all these teams competing, and you don't have your next major tournament for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll catch you guys next time. We'll see you soon.